Hey everyone, it's Susie, and I have a fun little hardcover journal I want to share. I've been working on the hardcover journals, and I am going to make a few more. I have found some old vintage books that I have bought at some sales, and I really enjoy making the hardcovers. They're super fun, and I just haven't done that many in the past. I think I've only made a couple even before now. But anyway, they're a lot of fun, and I'm having a good time making them. And I'm going to make a few more, like I said, of the hardcover. They will be out of vintage books. And as you can see, all the pretty little wildflowers here I've got sitting beside this. Sharon has been really busy making some more little wildflowers in all these different colors. And I am going to have these in the shop sometime today, listed there. And anyway, I've got some really pretty, I just love these. They're so darling. They're so small, and they're pretty well flat. I mean, this one here has a little bit of a 3D look to it, but they are, for the most part, really flat, and they're fun to put in the journals. I've got some cardinal red. I've got some, I believe this is cappuccino here. I've got some soft pink, some country purple, and this is a new little light yellow that is really pretty. That is going to go in the shop. But I love these little flowers. So anyway, I just kind of put them around so you could see them. I thought they were so pretty. They are my favorite so far, is these little flowers. So let me move these out of the way here, and I'm going to show you this journal. This here is mostly made with the Tim Holts Botanicals, and I said it right this time, ladies. I really caught a lot of flack over that last time. So I don't know, I've just always put that in there, I think, my whole life. So I may say it through this journal before it's over with. So, but anyway, it is made with Tim Holts. This is what it looks like here, and then it is just the book. This was Anne's House of Dreams, is what this book was called, and I tied it with some sari silk. And on the cover, I have a new waxed bag in the Etsy shop, and that is actually what I used was 2 pieces from that on this cover. And then I've just tore the cover page from the book is what I used to back this on with some cheesecloth. And anyway, did some black stitching around it. Super cute, guys. I really like this book. I love how it come out. It has the torn pages. Here is just one of the little birds from the Tim Holtz pack. Here I did use the 49 and Market Vintage Artistry is most of the paper in it that I've used. This is just a teeny tiny little envelope that I have put a little piece of journaling paper in. It is a tiny glassine envelope, and I am going to try to get some of these in the shop. I don't know if I will get them in there before this video gets up. If I can find my ruler. These little glassine envelopes are right at 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. So they're very small, but they are the glassine. They are really nice glassine envelopes. And I've used one of the little wildflowers there, and used some cheesecloth. Now this here, I do not, yeah, right there it is. I was going to say I don't see it in the flower pack, but it's there. This is the wildflower pack here. This is the latte foam, which is the one that's a little variegated. Here is just a book page with a butterfly. I've just stitched the butterfly on it. And here is some washi that I have used. And it just has some, looks like dragonfly, just some nature on it. And ruffled this. This is that, I received this from my friend Ann some time ago. She sent me a big old box of Happy Mail, and this was in it. I cannot remember the name of this without literally having to see if I can find it again. Anyway, it's a really pretty script fabric. Here I've got a pocket and just some layering. I've got some cheesecloth and it looks like a piece of canvas there with some coffee dyed seam binding. Just a tag from the Vintage Artistry, just a tall tag. Here is a little layering with the butterfly. And I did some stamping on the page here. I've used a mixture of papers. I've got just some white sketch paper. I think it's a sketch paper. And then I've got some coffee dyed paper, book page. This is some vintage paper here. This is, of course, ledger. I have just kind of mixed the papers. And then here is just some washi tour on that. Some more I've just stamped, and this is just some Hobby Lobby trim there. This is some nice trim that we had a tag swap that one of the ladies had sent to me. Absolutely love it. This is an image off Pinterest, and I have simply backed it on a piece of that Vintage Artistry paper, excuse me. And this here is one of the bags. It's very translucent. It does have a gusset, which I have sewn down on this, but the new little craft bags that I have, the waxed bags, they are very translucent, and you can really see through the bag. I love that. So that's something new in the shop there as well. And then here I've just done some layering there. This here is one of the Tim Holts out of that same ephemera pack there. And this is just a very big piece of journaling paper that I just folded long. That way you had lots of journaling space. There would be lots of that there. So it's long and it just goes down to the bottom of the page. Here I've just made a flower and did some collaging there. Here is another Pinterest image there. And then just a piece of journaling paper. This is one of the wallflowers in the ecru. And just some vintage, that probably came off a hanky or a doily or something there. And by the way, I'm getting ready to do some more snippets. I've got them ready. I just haven't got them in the shop yet. The snippets are always fun, where I have found the vintage doilies and whatnot. So those are going to be in the shop too very, very soon. I've got them ready. I just have to get them photographed, and sometimes that takes a little time. This is just one of the Dewey Decimal cards, and here is another one of the wildflowers there. I've just collaged Tim Holts pack there on the botanicals. Here is just another piece out of that same pack, and then more journaling paper same way. I have just I just went in and folded a long piece of paper. I have that folded wrong there. It's not going in as easy, and that just kind of sits in there like that. Here's the other half of that bag, and I used some of the bag to back in there to kind of tie it all together. It sets in the bag. You can see how translucent that bag is. Here is another image there, and a piece of journaling paper, and I've just done a little bit of Sorry Silk sewed down with a this is that natural. That's another wildflower there in the natural. I have stitched on the little bird. I don't know if you can see that little bird, but he is stitched on. Just did a little collage behind him. This book is 2 signatures. Just some collaging. I got some fabric behind this one with the little, this is just fussy cut out of the paper. And more ruffling. There's some more of that washi there. There's lots of room to journal in this book here. I've just sewed on the butterfly there on the book page. I did reinforce the book page with some washi there. You can kind of see another little collage there. And that's the first signature. I did put cheesecloth. It's glued in. I put cheesecloth because I like that part to be covered with something where you're just not looking at the gusset and all. So there is some more there. Here is one of the a small glassine envelope. Here it's not as tiny as the other, and I have just put a piece of journaling paper there, and it just sets in the little band there, and some more vintage artistry paper there, another collage with the butterfly, a little washi going on there, and I've stitched that stem on, so, and it's just collaged with some vintage crocheted lace, and just sewed that down for pretty on the ledger paper. Here is another, now I did not back this because it's white enough you could write on it. So I didn't back that in the copy dyed paper. Another little collage there. Just some, this is a vintage handkerchief that I've cut that off of. Some more sari silk, just ruffled down the side. Here is one of the newsprint, well, I don't know if this isn't what I have in the shop. This is just some that I've had. This is not what they call, or I have in the shop that I call newsprint. It's a little bit different, merchant's bag. But anyway, here is an image here. Paper from that vintage artistry, a place for journaling there, just a tag. Did some collaging with one of the butterflies and some vintage lace, and then some of the Hobby Lobby rosettes there in that cream. Here I did some washi and I just stitched around the vase of flowers there. Center of the signature. Here's another one of the long tags. Some more washi I've just put on that tag. And I love those long tags. Excuse me. And then here is another one of the birds. I backed it in some of the craft wax bag there. Another tag there. Sits in the bag. Some more of that script fabric. This is just a little place to journal. Set it in this little pocket here. I got a frog in my throat today. And then here is just some crocheted lace, some vintage lace, and another journaling tag there. This is some vintage trim also here. And then another Pinterest image. I've layered some of that waxy bag there. Another Dewey Decimal card. And another stitching of the butterfly there on washi tape. Of course, I backed it also. Some more collaging. And then this is the last page, and it has a glassine bag and just a tag here. And it just sets in the glassine bag. And then here is the back. So anyway, this is the new little book, hardcover book. I'm just going to call this Anne's House of Dreams hardcover journal. And anyway, this is my new little journal, guys. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that. And be sure and go to the Etsy shop. Check out the new wallflowers and the snippet bundles that I will get in there. And guys, thank you for watching, and I just want to say thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you in the next video.